Well, at least 4 people have been killed as Typhoon Shanshan batters Japan. Hundreds of thousands of homes continue to remain without power. The typhoon is one of the strongest to hit the country in decades. Authorities advised over 3 million people to evacuate. They have also warned of possible landslides and rivers bustling their banks due to heavy rain. And DD India's Chris Gilbert joins us from Tokyo for more. Hello, Chris. Millions have been ordered to evacuate their houses. What's the latest you have for us?
Millions were ordered to evacuate their houses a few days ago. That's no longer the case. That was the case back on Thursday, and that number is actually attributable to a sliding scale of evacuation notices ranging from 1, which is please prepare for a disaster, all the way to 5, which is please evacuate your houses immediately. And most of those evacuations were on about 3, which is to voluntarily evacuate if you have the ability to do so. But the advice at that time was also please don't go outside if it's not safe. But a lot has changed since then. The typhoon has been downgraded to a tropical storm. As of tomorrow, Sunday, it looks set to be downgraded again to a tropical depression as it continues to slowly head at about the rate of about 10 kilometers an hour over Osaka and towards the south of Tokyo Bay at the moment, over the Tokyo and Izu Islands. But even though the winds have died down to about a third of what they were, authorities and the weather agency is still warning of the dangers of the storm with the heavy rain that it's bringing with it. It's currently calm in Tokyo, but yesterday there were extreme deluges pushing the rivers to bursting point, and again more evacuation orders for people in low-lying areas that liable for flooding. And even all the way up in the far north of Japan in the Hokkaido region, which is still hundreds of kilometers away from the storm itself, there is the risks of and warnings of extreme heavy rain. This is due to the warm air coming off the storm, really creating havoc for most of the country. 400 millimeters is set for the next 72 hours for central Japan. There are already many landslide warnings in place for the prefectures around Tokyo and in northern Japan. That's set to only intensify as the rain continues going into next week.
Chris, any update as far as the rescue operation is concerned?
Yeah, we do know that 6 people have died, and we know that about 104 are injured, and the people of Kyushu are only just now, perhaps on Saturday, being able to take stock of the situation. As I say, like the winds have died down, but for all of Japan, extreme rain warnings stay in place. West Japan has still received, a record-breaking amount of rain for a 48-hour period. Up to a meter or more in some places. There's an intense amount of rain which has still raised river levels, created flooding, and also the winds for West Japan have blown trees all across the road, and so there are reports of at least 160 reports of damage to properties. Many plants like Toyota have closed their plants for the entire country for a few days, and really the whole country is still hunkering down at the moment, as calm as it may seem here in Tokyo, because at any moment the rains could start again while the storm is hanging over the country. And once it well and truly passes, that's when people are going to be able to go out and assess the damage to their homes and to their neighborhoods. As I say, 6 have died in the storm, 3 in a landslide. More than 100 are injured, and 1 or 2 are missing. And the authorities really don't want those numbers to increase any further.
Chris, and how are authorities managing the situation there, as heavy damage to properties could be seen in the videos that are coming out?
Yeah, so the main approach has been to warn people to evacuate before the storm hits. Once it hits, it's really too late. They then advise people to hunker down and stay safe. For the landslide warnings at the moment, the main advice is to stay away, if you're in a house near a hill, stay away from the slope where landslide warnings may be in place. If it is safe to do so, get to a sturdy building or strong housing away from hills, out of low-lying areas, out of flood zones. There are multiple threats and multiple risks still at play. Not at least landslides, because half the deaths so far have been landslides, and authorities are just urging vigilance, especially even the governor of Tokyo is urging vigilance until the storm passes next week.
All right, thank you so much.